Yes, a very welcome to Beg TV. I'm with one of the members of parliament. This member of parliament is unique. I've seen him playing in the parliamentary football team. Most of his colleagues have been defeated in this parliament, 12th parliament. But to my surprise, he's one of the I wouldn't say that he is one of the lucky ones, but he's one of the hardworking members of parliament because, and by the grace of God, he has been able to make it even to the door of parliament. Besides the challenges here and there. Introduce yourself, honorable member.
My name is Okeyoah Peter. I represent the people of Bukooli Islands in Amaingo district. That is the Soga sub-region. Uh, one of the managed to return to the left parliament. I come from the islands and we are basically fishermen. And that our source of livelihood is on basis on fishing. So one of the reasons actually why I managed to come back, I was castigating the army on harassing our people on the lake. And our people have lost their livelihood, and we are challenging the government to come up and give alternative means of livelihood to our people, provide the legal nets, help our people with the boats and with engines, and even remove taxes on some of these fishing equipment like nets. So that is one area that I advocated for my people, because being fishermen, PDM cannot help us. 1 million cannot make you buy a good boat, buy an engine, buy legal nets, and do fishing. So we want the government to have an affirmative action. Either the president had promised 5 billion. We are demanding for that money to come and help our people. Secondly, I have championed education. Coming from that background of fishermen, education is still very low. So as a member of parliament, I have a bursary scheme. Me, together with my friends, we fund all students who get first grade in P7 and in senior 4. And we also fundraise for those students who are going to the university. This is unique. It is unique in nature because we are at the border with Kenya, where fundraisings are common, and it is not common in Uganda. So it has helped me to keep my people together and also to help raise fees. When it comes to health, I have advocated for elevation of Sibulu Health Center 3 to Health Center 4. And as we speak now, we got money from Ministry of Health. We are re-roofing. We have already finished the theater, and we are on course. Then extension of water. I want to be grateful to the Ministry of Water and Environment. They gave us rural water, where we are pumping water from the lake, and then we purify it and supply it to homes. Another area that has been of my strength, I am the chairperson of the District Roads Committee, and I have taken advantage of the 1 billion that we passed in Parliament to make sure that our roads are motorable. For the first time, I have managed to construct a road on an island. Therefore, that one also is my strength. Vehicles can now reach my people. My people can now cheaply buy merchandise because we load the merchandise onto the ferry. I'm grateful the government gave us a ferry, the MOV Sibulu, that connects the mainland to the islands. So that one has helped me to make roads, and therefore goods and services can reach my people.
So how has been the accessibility of government programs like PDM in your area?
PDM, I can say that to rural communities, some areas it has worked. In the fishing community, mainly people who are involved in fishing, it has not helped them because it can only buy them an illegal net, an illegal boat, and make them do illegal fishing. 1 million is not enough. That's why I'm calling on the government to give us the 5 billion it had promised to fishermen, so that every landing site is given money, and through cooperatives, through SACCO, our people can buy legal nets, loan them out to the fishermen, and they fish as they pay the loan.
Honorable, are you sure that these fishermen will pay back the loan?
They can pay when they are facilitated. The fishermen will pay because this money can even be returned in the shortest time possible. Because we will leave illegal fishing. It is illegal fishing that has depleted the lake. But should we stop illegal fishing, then within no time, fish matures within 6 months. They return. They are willing to return because they cannot be given loans in the banks. Fishermen cannot be given loans in the banks because they don't have a logbook. They cannot access loans.
Aspect. Since because your constituency.
Yes, consumes.
So you've seen islands associated more with especially HIV
HIV
and
AIDS
health related issues.
challenges.
How are you finding it and how are you trying to resolve it? What can the government
It is true, whereas the prevalence rate at national level may be lower, as low as maybe 5%. You find that among the fishing community, it goes beyond 15 and 16 HIV/AIDS prevalence rate. So it is high amongst the fishing community, including my own people. So that's why we call upon the government to expedite the process of giving us a fully fledged health center 4. Because the health center 3, you cannot administer ARVs because you don't have a medical officer. You only have a clinical officer. So that's why we are calling upon the Ministry of Health to immediately upgrade Sigulu Health Center 3 into a health center 4 and give us a medical doctor who will now help our people to administer ARVs. There is a big challenge, but as a community, we are trying to educate our people, sensitize them to make sure that they don't contract HIV.
Honorable, you have been in this house for quite some time. How have you been able to keep around when most of your colleagues have already been defeated?
I'm grateful, first of all, to God and then to my people of the Bukooli Islands that I'm beginning my 3rd term. And in fact, the colleagues we started with born, but we have got around. One, it is service delivery to the people. Then secondly, representation. I've not done badly on the floor of the house. I raise issues affecting my people. I raise the issues of power, and I'm grateful the government gave me power. I'm grateful the government gave me a ferry. I'm grateful the government has constructed for us schools. I'm grateful the government is helping us to elevate our health center 3s. So all this has kept me strong, and whenever I go back to my people, I show them what I have done physically also as a person and what the government has done through me. For example, I have told you I bought them an ambulance to help them. The government also gave me a water ambulance, a boat ambulance. That one transports our mothers who want to deliver from a health center 3, maybe in Ilolwe, sub-county, or from a health center 2 in Hama to come to health center 4 in Sigulu, or to be taken to the mainland, to Mayingo Health Center 4. So that has been my strength. And then also in the area of education, I have tried to make sure that I complement the government programs. I mobilize the parents to take their children to school through UPE and USE, but also complement their efforts by mobilizing parents to have their children eat at school.
Honorable, your constituency is neighboring Kenya.
Exactly.
Is the state of affairs along the border on the Kenyan side affecting your constituency?
Greatly, greatly. One, we share voters. Those who vote this way also vote across. And whenever we even marry across, we marry across the border. We are the same Samias this way, the same Samias across. We are the same Banyala this way, the same Banyala the other way. We are same Jaluos this way, and the Jaluos the other way. So whatever happens, either in Bunyala or Budalangi or in Bondo constituency or in Funyula, affects our people. For example, you find that across, my colleagues have got a constituency development fund, which
In Kenya.
yeah, in Kenya. Whereas for us in Uganda, we don't have it. So it takes you a lot of work to do. Whereas the other one will be using government money, you use your own salary to make sure that you pay for children fees, you complement at burials, you complement even sometimes where the government has failed to provide services like health center, sometimes on roads, repairing boreholes. All this comes on you, on your own salary. But across, our colleagues have got constituency development fund, which they use to make roads, to give bursaries, to build schools, which a member of parliament in Uganda cannot do. The work is transferred to the district or sub-county local government.
Honorable, if you were given chance in the next plenary, what issues would you focus on so that at least government can prioritize to benefit your people?
One, I would call upon the government to extend power, especially marine cable power, to my islands like it has done in Kalangala. Two, I would ask the government through Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, first of all, to expedite the process of palm oil growing. My place is conducive for palm oil growing. I would ask them. Thirdly, I would ask still the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries to help our people to begin rearing fish, to give us cages, to give us nets that will help to change the livelihood of my people. And then also State House to give us State House bursaries. Final word is that I would call upon the government to give the islands affirmative action it gives to areas like Karamoja in terms of service delivery.
How have you seen Parliament, the 12th Parliament, compared to the parliaments you have attended, you have been to?
Oh, I can say there's a hope in the current Parliament leadership. The Ugandans can give them benefit of doubt relatively. So far, I've seen them so good, but the biggest problem is congestion. House is too congested, and God forbid there be any Ebola outbreak or there be any corona outbreak, then we would be the first.
Most of your colleagues I've seen in the picture in the parliamentary football team. You were among the few who are still in parliament. What happens to your networking now?
Oh, well, currently, a number of my colleagues have left, but we build more friends. But they cannot be. You cannot have a strong attachment with them. The new ones, like you had with the colleagues, their colleagues you have been with for 2 terms, and then they don't return a 3rd term. Although you build in more networks, so new networks, but it cannot be so strong like it was with the colleagues you started with.
But do you find time to sit down with your constituents and listen to their issues before you come to parliament?
Oh, yes and no. Sometimes we interact with them at burials, maybe when you go for church services or when I go for fundraisings, they raise issues. But actually, it is one area that MPs don't exploit much. Interacting with the constituents, having a baraza with them is an area which is still lacking.
What is attributing to that?
One is that actually politics has been commercialized. Before a member of parliament goes to sit with his constituents, he must have enough money to pay an allowance. So if you don't have money for the allowance, you wait for them at burial, and you wait for them in church, or wait for them in any lobby.
For yourself, have you put in place an office where you can invite them, you talk about the issues happening in parliament and also what issues you would like to present to parliament?
Offices are very expensive to run. Very expensive to run. So ideally, you have to get an administrator, you have to get a PA, and you must have petty cash in that office because all people will run there. Those who have sick children, those who have lost relatives, those who are sick, those who want school fees. So to avoid that, an MP moves with his phone as his office.
Your final word, Honorable?
My final word is that I want to give a benefit of doubt to the current leadership of Parliament but Ugandans expect a lot from them. And also as members of parliament, Ugandans expect a lot from us. Let us play our role of oversight, legislation, and representation.
Plus budgeting.
And budget.
Thank you so much, Honorable
Okeyoah Peter.
Okeyoah Peter.